Hello everyone, welcome to the Stock Trading Tutor channel. If you'd like to create a free Demat account with Alice Blue, click the link in the description and fill out your details. You'll also get intraday recommendation calls and you can learn robot trading software for free. Now let's look at the recent stock market news update regarding the 10 stocks where the brokerages have cut the target price after their Q4 result announcement. So the 10 companies for which the brokerages have cut slash prices. Let's start with Asian Paints. Asian Paints reported the fourth quarter earnings on May 9th that missed analyst estimates on weak operating income. The consolidated profit was lower by 1.7% year-on-year at 487 crore rupees in the quarter ended March 2019. The CNBC TV18 poll estimated that the profit will be 570 crore rupees and the revenue will be around 5,200 crore rupees. The EBITDA was expected at 958 crore rupees and the margin at 18.4% for this quarter. CLSA maintained its sell rating on Asian Paints post the March quarter results and reduced its target price to 1,285 rupees from the 1,400 rupees earlier. The company posted weak March quarter results, and a cautious management outlook dented sentiment. The CLSA further added that investors need to watch monsoon progress as well as easing of the credit cycle. Next, let's look at the Shriram Transport Finance, for which HSBC slashed its target price. Shriram Transport Finance Company reported a 22.4% fall in its net profit at 746 crore rupees for the fourth quarter ended March 2019. HSBC maintained its buy rating on Shriram Transport after the quarter results but slashed its target price to 1,350 rupees from the 1,450 earlier. The lower credit costs and tax write-back buoyed next net income in the March quarter. Slower growth and lower net interest margins overshadowed the healthy asset quality performance. HSBC is of the view that the risk to reward ratio is still favorable for investors despite near term uncertainties. Next, let's look at Alembic Pharma, for which HSBC again slashed target price. Although Alembic Pharma reported strong results for the March quarter, but sluggish sales in India dented the sentiment. The net profit of Alembic Pharmaceuticals rose 32.21% to 124 crore rupees in the quarter ended March 2019 compared to 93.79 crore during the previous quarter ended March 2018. HSBC maintained its hold rating on Alembic Pharma post the results and slashed its target price to 575 from 600 rupees earlier. The US sales remained steady on a quarter-on-quarter basis on new launches and few supply benefits, and India sales also remained sluggish. The upward trend is likely to continue for operating costs on the R&D pipeline and startup costs. The investors should look for progress in the R&D efforts for the US market and recovery in India, according to a note by HSBC. Next, let's look at Vedanta, for which the target prices were slashed by CLSA. Global brokerage firms maintained their rating on Vedanta post the March quarter results, but CLSA slashed its target price to 135 rupees from 170 rupees earlier. The metal and mining firm March quarter consolidated profit fell a 43.3% year-on-year to 3,218 crore rupees. There are concerns over related party transaction, which is likely to remain an overhang. The EBITDA improved on a quarter-on-quarter basis for aluminum and overseas zinc business, according to the CLSA report. However, slow volume ramp-up in zinc and oil is a concern. Edelweiss also maintained its hold rating on Vedanta post the March quarter results and also slashed its target price to 175 from 200 rupees earlier. Next is Hindustan Unilever, for which the target prices were cut to 1,950 rupees by CLSA. Global brokerages firm remained fairly mixed on Hindustan Unilever post the fourth quarter results, although the FMCG company registered a 14% jump in its March quarter. The net profit is at 1,538 crore rupees, and however, CLSA maintained its outperform rating on Hindustan Unilever after the results but slashed its 12-month target price to 1,950 rupees from 2,010 rupees earlier. The volume growth of 7% looks good in the context of pure performance. There is a market shift in the near term outlook as the growth rates have moderated. From current levels, the margin gains will be relatively modest according to the CLSA note. The Global Investment Bank tweaked the earnings per share to factor in the higher tax rate. According to the CLSA note, they have yet to build in an upgrade from the GSK acquisition. Next is the TVS Motor Company, for which the target prices were cut by Nomura. TVS Motor Company on Tuesday reported a 19.2% decline in its standalone profit after tax to 133 crore rupees for the fourth quarter of 2019. The company had posted a profit after tax of 165 crore rupees a year ago. Nomura maintained its reduced rating on TVS Motor Company post March quarter results and slashed its target price to 359 rupees from 411 rupees earlier. The March quarter margins were significantly below estimates due to higher commodity costs. The rising cost and competition is likely to keep margins under pressure, and as the volume growth slows, the stock will find it difficult to sustain the current valuation. Next is Bharti Infratel, and Bharti Infratel posted a consolidated net profit of 608 crore rupees in the last quarter of 2018-2019 financial year, almost flat on year as the consolidation in the telecom sector reduced its tendencies. The CLSA downgraded the Bharti Infratel to sell from outperform post the March quarter results and slashed its target price to 285 from 300 rupees earlier. The tenancy outlook is likely to remain muted as the exits spiked 60% on a quarter on quarter basis, while the tenancy additions were slowed down by 11% on a quarter on quarter basis. The brokerage firm slashed the financial year 2021 estimates by 2 to 4%. The Global Investment Bank expects tenancies to see a 2.5% CAGR over the financial year 2019 to 2021. Next is Indiabulls Housing Finance, which reported a 7% year-on-year degrowth in consolidated profit at 1,001 crore rupees, but the net interest income grew 5.8% to 1,591 crore rupees in the quarter ended March 2019, both missing the analyst estimates. Credit Suisse maintained its neutral call post March quarter results but reduced its target price to 800 rupees from the 1,000 rupees earlier. CNBC TV18 poll estimates for the profit were at 1,050 crore rupees and the NII was likely to be at 1,618 crore rupees for this quarter. The gross non-performing assets were largely stable, aided by higher write-offs. The Credit Suisse forecasts only 5% AUM growth in the financial year 2020 and cut the earnings estimate by 13 to 16%. Next is ICICI Securities, a subsidiary of the ICICI Group, which reported a 19.5% decline in consolidated profit at 121.5 crore rupees for the March quarter of 2018-2019 financial year. CLSA maintained its buy call on ICICI Securities post the March quarter results but slashed its target price to 310 rupees from 360 rupees earlier. During the fourth quarter results, ICICI Securities revenues fell by 20% year-on-year due to weak capital market trends by broking, IB, and distribution, as well as tighter regulations on distribution fees. Even the growth in its active client base moderated to 10% year-on-year for the financial year 2019. Next and the last is Sterlite Technologies. Equinix Securities maintained its long rating on Sterlite Technologies post the March quarter results, but slashed its target price to 340 rupees from the 350 rupees earlier. The pressure on the optic fiber realizations is likely to continue in the near term. Services businesses ramp up is much faster than earlier. The lower valuation multiple is likely to factor in moderations in the earnings growth, according to a note by Equirus Securities, which has cut the target price marginally. Thank you for watching this video. For more videos on stock market and trading, please subscribe to this channel. If you'd like to create a free Demat account with Alice Blue, click the link in the description and fill out your details. You'll also get intraday recommendation calls and you can learn robo trading software for free.